Hey everybody, Hoosier Jedi here with another channel update for you. And the first thing we're going to talk about this time around is something really interesting. I found out last night that I have been nominated for a Geeky Award over on the Comics Uno YouTube channel for Best TV Reviewer. And from what I've been told, if somebody goes there and also backs that, if I can get another vote, just one more vote, I would actually be in the finals on that. Now, normally I'm not really huge on doing self-promotion for this channel because, as I have said repeatedly, I have no interest in being, YouTube famous. I want this channel to grow, of course, but I want it to grow organically. But this is, what can I say? This is just what seems like a really cool opportunity. So if you guys do have a minute, I will post a link down in the description to where you can go and do that. If you would be willing to do that for me, I would be very appreciative of that. So let's not spend any more time on that, and let's get to talking about what's going to be happening here around the channel in the next few months. Basically, I've sat down and really looked at everything that I'm currently reviewing and all of the shows that are coming out in the fall, and there's some really, really, really good stuff coming out this fall, and we're getting new seasons of some shows that I really like and I'm very excited about. But when I sat down and did the math on this, I came up with, and I'm not kidding, let me see here, yeah, there's like 15 shows on my list of stuff that I'm definitely totally going to be watching. And I think you guys will all understand if I say that's just simply way, way too much for me to be able to review. So here, what we're going to have to do is a couple of my reviews are going to be dropped. And what I really am thinking about doing is expanding my live tweeting. If you've been following me on Twitter, that you've noticed that I've been live tweeting my responses to episodes of Elementary, The 100, and I kid you not, Chopped Canada. And I do that just, again, for the same reason I do this. It's fun. It's fun to goof around on Twitter with people while I'm watching these shows. And the response I've gotten from the folks on Twitter has actually been very, very positive. I've had an enormous amount of fun with that, especially with the 100, which, while not a bad show, it definitely lends itself to being made fun of more than a little bit. So what I'm really thinking about doing is a good number of those shows that I'm just not going to have the time to make videos for, that I would live tweet as I watch them, and you and I can share the experience of those shows that way. Now, unfortunately, I can't be as in-depth on Twitter, of course, as I would be here, but it is something, and as I've said, this is really something that I think is quite a lot of fun. But anyway, let's just kind of get down to the nuts and bolts of what's going to be happening here. As you might have noticed, I'm not reviewing the current season of Game of Thrones. It broke while I was in Chicago doing my job training. The guy I was renting a room from actually did not own a TV, and frankly, I really just did not have a huge amount of time to watch TV, and what free time I did have, I was usually spending just out there exploring Chicago. I did manage to squeeze out my Arrow reviews, but I'm not going to be able to finish. I'm not going to finish reviewing the first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There's no point in going back and reviewing episodes from a month ago. So basically, at this point, I don't really know. Jumping back on the Game of Thrones review bandwagon just seems a little bit silly. I don't know what I'm going to be doing about next season. My life's pretty up in the air right at the moment. So for the moment, we're going to have the Game of Thrones go on hiatus, with maybe they'll come back. I really definitely do want to go back to reviewing Game of Thrones. It's an absolutely awesome show, and I just love it. It's great. Okay, I have also decided that I will not be reviewing the next season of Ultimate Spider-Man. It's a fun show, but it's just, well, what can I say? It's really basically aimed at 10-year-old kids, and um, I'm just not really feeling it. There's a lot of good things to be said for the show, but I'm just not really the target audience. And applying my my level of criticism to that show, it just tends to kind of make me feel sometimes like I'm picking on the show unfairly. Not to say that you shouldn't, be willing to put, serious criticism to, shows aimed at younger viewers, because that sort of thing helps make sure that they don't write these shows in such a way that treats kids like they're dumb. But again, it just doesn't really feel like a very good fit for what we do around here. I'm also decided that I'm not going to finish reviewing the season of Avengers Assemble. Uh, if you've been watching my reviews of that show, again, it sort of suffers from the problem of the writing is just so often really dumb. And it's not that the show isn't good at times, it's just the episodes that feel silly far outweigh the episodes that I really like. And again, to be completely fair, this is another show that's aimed at like 10-year-old kids. But one of the things I always promised myself I would do around here is that if a show started feeling like a chore, then I was just going to drop it. And a chore is what that show has become, so we're dropping it. So let's look at what I am for sure going to be reviewing as it comes down the pipe. I don't think we're actually going to be getting any more Sherlock until next year, but when we do get more Sherlock, I will definitely be reviewing that. So let's just kind of go on and look at again what I will be reviewing for sure. Again, definitely reviewing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I will absolutely 100% be reviewing the new Flash TV show. I am so excited about that. That 5-minute trailer that they put out several days ago looks so good. This one looks like another real winner. When it comes back, I will also be reviewing Legend of Korra. Walking Dead, I'm going to continue to review. Going to continue to review Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. When it comes back, I will also be reviewing the upcoming season of Doctor Who. I am very, very excited to see what Peter Capaldi is going to do in the role of the Doctor. This is going to be great stuff, folks. I can feel it. And I'm also going to be continue to review Total Drama. I don't remember exactly what the next Total Drama series is called at the moment, but again, Total Drama is another show that I've had a lot of fun reviewing. I've gotten a lot of really great responses from my Total Drama reviews. So I'm going to keep doing that. Now, as for shows that I'm looking at live tweeting, I'm going to continue to live tweet the 100. Again, I've had so much fun with that show. I will probably start live tweeting Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow was one of those shows I was watching last year, but I wasn't reviewing just because I didn't have the time. But again, I really, really love that show. There is so much so many good things to be said about Sleepy Hollow. It was in my book one of the real winners last season. I'm going to continue to review Elementary. Again, that's a show that I was really surprised by how much fun live tweeting Elementary was. The fans of that show are really cool people, and again, I got some very nice responses from them. And another show, and it really makes me sad that I don't think I'm going to have the time to do full-on videos for this one, but I definitely want to be involved with it in some way, is the show that was just announced, and that's the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. spinoff. I guess you could call us Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. spinoff. But the Agent Carter TV series that was actually just announced last week, I believe from what I've been hearing that they're going to give it 13 episodes, and if things look like they're going to be going really well, maybe expand it out from there. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it looks like that's definitely going to get at least 13 episodes, probably going to start airing in October. And of course, it's going to be set in the same universe as the Marvel movies and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that other stuff. And yeah, it just sounds very exciting. So that basically kind of catches us up with what's going on. Oh yes, yes, I almost forgot. I left it off the list by mistake. Constantine. Almost forgot about Constantine. This is another show that I really, really would like to add to the review docket for just proper video reviews. But again, I just don't think I'm going to have the time to do that. But yeah, this is another one that's... Oh, geez, I'm an idiot. I forgot Gotham. Yes, Gotham will be getting videos. Gotham absolutely will be getting videos. Oh, man, so that's, let me see here. Yeah, 8 shows for sure getting videos on the review docket. This fall might be a little tough on me, but I will muddle through somehow, as I always do. But anyway, guys, that's how things are looking now at the moment. I know some folks out there might be wondering about what I'm going to be doing about iZombie, seeing as how it's also another DC show and all that. I'm going to give this show a chance, but I've never read the iZombie comics. I'd heard of them. I do like Rob Thomas. I was a big Veronica Mars fan back when the show was on, and I consider him to be a really talented guy. So I'm curious as to see what he's going to do with this. But that's about all the feelings I have for it. I really have, at this point, I might add it to the live tweeting docket if I watch it and really like it. Actually, I also have considered live tweeting Continuum, but those episodes always tend to air several weeks ahead of the US and Canada, and I'm just really, really afraid of stumbling into spoilers. I do not want to be spoiled for that show because it is excellent. It is so good. This is literally like the best Canadian TV show I have ever seen, and they make some pretty good TV up in Canada, as evidenced by the fact that I've been reviewing Total Drama for a while now. But anyway, guys, that's what's going on around here. If there's any shows you would like to bring to my attention, or just any feelings or ideas you have that you would like to share with me, please feel free to leave that in the comments below. And again, if you could take a moment to give me a little nod over on Comic Uno, I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, guys, I would take care and have a good one. And of course, if you're not already, if you want to join me for my live tweets, which depending on whether or not there's a new episode of The 100 tonight, which I forgot to check. Yeah, anyway, on Twitter, I am at Hoosier Jedi, all together, one word. So, take care and